Hey everybody. I just fell behind a little bit on my videos, and that's gonna happen from time to time due to my medical history, my medical problems. I will still try to do the best that I can. I just kind of wanted to talk about what kind of led up to my suicide attempt. um, in my past, since about the age of 2. I can remember being sexually abused by my biological father. Uh, I call him my sperm donor now. I remember that I used to, even in my crib, try to get to the furthest corner, and I thought he couldn't reach me there. I thought that was the safest place for me to be. Um, I was wrong. He still got to me. Um, and that went on until I was the age of 14. A lot of it I don't remember. There are instances where I do remember. Um, and I kept it to myself that whole time. And when I finally did come out and let it be known what happened, it wasn't received very well. I mean, of course, it's not going to be. But I do have other brothers and sisters. My brothers didn't believe me. Um, and then, you know, they were all I had. I mean, my family was, I come from a divorced family, a military family. So we went back and forth a lot from my mom's house and my stepdad's house to my sperm donor's house, my biological father. So that was hard enough as it was. And then all of us kids got split between the two families, and we got to spend weekends together, camping trips and stuff like that, which was great and fun. But when you have to worry and try to hide, and you stay to yourself about stuff that happened to you, it really plays on you. It puts a lot of pressure on you, and people don't understand that. They're like, well, that was so many years ago. It's time for you to get over it. It's time it's time for you to move on. Um, but that kind of thing is always going to be in your background. The key is not to let it control you. I let it control me. Um, you know, I would be scared just about every single night that he was going to come, or that he would make me go into his room. Um, this kind of stuff's not easy to talk about. I get it, but we need to. We need to let it be known how this stuff affects us, and it ripples. Like throwing a stone in the water, and you see it rippling out. That's what this does, and it affects everybody around you, not just you. Um, and I know it is difficult to talk to. Sometimes it's better though and easier to talk to a stranger than it is to talk to your family. Um, but you need to. You've got to say something. You've got to do something, so you don't drive yourself insane thinking about all the stuff that happened to you, all the stuff that you could have done differently or should have done differently. But it's important. It's so important to not hold it in, not bottle it up, because it affects everything around you as well, not just everyone. Um, like I said, my memory escapes me on a lot of stuff. It's kind of like blacking out when he would do stuff to me. I would kind of, I guess, go to a safe zone, or something that I thought was a safe zone. Um, It's not easy coming from abuse of any form. I've been abused in every single way you can think of. And so started self-hating a lot, um, because I would have people say, you should act this way, you should act that way. I don't know what your problem is. Um, and so having that on top of it all really taught me to self-hate myself. I would say stuff like, God, that was so stupid. Why did I do that? That was stupid of me. I'm such a retard. Or, just self-hating statements that I would make. Um, and I did that my entire life. And right now, because of everything that's happened, I'm trying to learn not to do that. It's hard, because you've been told or you felt that way your entire life. Somewhere, someone along the way, kind of feeds into it, feeds fuel to the fire and keeps it burning. But as hard as it is, you've got to say something, you know, um, check into therapy, and if people give you a hard time about it, they're not worth it. They're really not worth it. I went to therapy. I've been in therapy for most of my life. Um, but it's worth it, because this never goes away, so therapy never goes away. And people think you're weak for going, screw them, Who gives a flying fuck what they think? You need to take care of you and not get to the point of suicide or self-harm or anything like that. Um, and then even though your siblings may have even witnessed it or saw it, they tend to black that out too, or like it didn't even happen. Um, I had that a lot with my brothers. They didn't believe me, and that hurt me because I thought we were so close. Especially my one older brother. We would always play basketball from, the time we got home from school, and sometimes we'd even wake up early to go play at the church. I thought we were really, really close. And to this day, they don't talk to me. Although they know now that I was telling the truth, and my older sister was also telling the truth. Um, they still don't talk to me or apologize for all the mean things they said or calling me a liar and everything like that. So that hurts. But you know what? I'll forgive them in heaven. People are blind. They can be blind their entire lives. That doesn't mean you have to be. Talk about it. Find a friend, confide in them. But you've got to talk to release it. You can't hide it. You're not doing anyone any good by doing that. Especially yourself. And self-care is important. You don't let anyone, not your parents, not your step-parents, not your older siblings or your younger siblings or even friends tell you anything, because they're not the ones going through this. You are. You're the one feeling this way, not them. They don't know what you need. Only you know that. They could have an idea if you tell them, if you trust to tell them, but sometimes you just have to separate yourself from them, no matter how hard it is, and it can get downright hard. The whole thing is hard, but nothing's going to change. No one's going to get better unless we start coming forward with things like this. I know back in my day, we didn't have tools like the internet or YouTube or anything like that. So I really want to use this platform to try and help people like me, or even people that are just trying to understand people like us, because they don't get it. And that's what this is for. But you need to remember 5 a day, 5 a day. Take at least 5 minutes a day throughout the day to pray, um, especially prayer. Prayer is huge with me now, especially since I've seen the other side after my attempt. But you need to do self care. This is kind of one way for me to do self care, but I try to practice it all day long, um, and it's working. I feel better. If I don't, then I just start feeling like blue and doom and gloom again, and I don't want that. Um, so we just got to keep fighting. Don't let the evil win. You know, I just be yourself. Talk it out. I made this a little bit longer because I've missed a couple days, so I hope that's okay. Uh, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Talk it out. Give yourself a hug. Bye.